Hello friend, in topic number 5 acid, bases and salt, let's see reactivity of acid and bases. Means reactions of acid and bases. Okay, first reaction is neutralization reaction. In earlier standard you are already studied what is meant by neutralization, but actually how it take place. Neutralization reactions is means it is a dissociation of hydrogen and hydroxyl ions. How it is dissociated? Let's see. Suppose when HCl and NaOH are reacting, what happens in this reaction? First of all, the pH HCl when added in HCl, when NaOH is added, what happens? The pH of HCl is goes on to, generally pH of HCl is a 0.11, but it is increase. It is goes on increases up to 7. Okay, so the form the substance whose pH is neutral 7, that is called as the neutral substance. How it is take place? When we NaOH is added to HCl drop by drop, that time in HCl hydrogen ions are present, but when we added the hydroxyl ions are added or goes on increasing. So addition of NaOH solution to HCl solution means that time NaOH is added, OH ions is added into the large concentration of hydrogen ions. However, from these both the H from this HCl H and from NaOH OH ions are released. This hydrogen OH ions together they form what they form? Water. So from hydrochloric acid, H is separated and what is remaining there? Cl. From NaOH, O is separated, so what is remaining? N. So N ion and chlorine ions are then get separated in a reactions which combine to form the NaCl. Okay, that means when HCl and NaOH reaction it take place, that time this sodium and Cl ions together form NaCl, and this H and OH combine to form H2O. Here hydrochloric acid is acid, sodium hydroxide is a base. Okay, but in this the NaCl and water is formed. Their pH is both pH is 7. That means this substance is are neutral. So the reactions, this reaction is known as a neutralization reaction. You know the neutralization reaction. That means acid plus base gives salt and water. Okay, therefore this reaction is called as a neutralization reactions. It is also found in some other examples that when acid and base reacted, the byproduct is always salt and water. Such reaction is called as a neutralization reaction. Then second reactivity is then reactions of acid with the metals. Acids when react with the metals, its reaction is determined with the concentration of acid, means acid concentration of acids, and the reactivity of metal. It is easy to bring about the reactions of dilute solution of strong acids with a moderately reactive metal. Suppose when magnesium metal is react with HCl. In this reaction, what happens? This magnesium is high reactive than the hydrogen, more than hydrogen. So magnesium displaces this hydrogen. Okay. As a result, it forms MgCl2, and this hydrogen which is displaced by magnesium is released into form of a gaseous state. This hydrogen gas is inflammable. It catch fires when it released into the air. Okay. Similarly, when Zn is react with HCl, there also Zn displaces this hydrogen to get ZnCl2 and the hydrogen gas. In this reaction, the metal when react with the acid, it form this one is salt and the hydrogen gas is formed. Okay. Then third reaction is reaction of acids with the oxides of metals. Oxides of metals. Generally, suppose we take a red oxide. Formula of red oxide is Fe2O3. Okay, which is a water insoluble. It do not soluble in a water. If this Fe2O3 iron oxide, Fe2O3 or red oxide, if react with HCl in an acid, then the byproduct, what is the product? In this iron and chlorine reacted to form Fe2Cl3 twice FeCl3 plus thrice of water molecules is formed. FeCl3 plus 3 molecule of water. Okay. Here this ferrous react with the chlorine. So here it dissolves in water, it forms a solution in water which is yellow in color. Yellow color solution is formed. Yellow color what a solution color is formed to the water because of formation of a ferrous chloride. Similarly, in any oxide CaO, if react with HCl or acid, it gives CaCl2 plus H2O. This calcium chloride is salt and the water is formed. That means oxide of metal react with the acid, it gives again salt plus water. That is the important reactions. Okay, so when it react with the oxides of metal, it's salt and water form. Then fourth reaction is reaction of bases with the oxides of non-metals. How it reacted? See, non-metal means carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, are like that oxides are there. So when these oxides of non-metals is react with the base, what is it form? Let's see. Suppose carbon dioxide and NaOH are reacted. Carbon dioxide is an oxide of non-metals and NaOH is a base. It gives here the sodium and the carbon dioxide react to form Na2CO3, and from them one oxygen is react with this. So here the water is formed. So Na2O3 is nothing but it is a salt, and what is formed? Water is formed. Okay. So sulfur dioxide when react with 3 when react with the S2SO4 in this reaction as S react with the uh, NaOH. SO3 react with the NaOH. NaOH is the base, right? NaOH. Then it form sodium and SO4 togetherly form Na2SO4. Na2SO4 plus H2O. Twice in SO3 when react with twice NaOH, it forms Na2SO4 plus water. Okay. Similarly, when the bases react with fifth reaction is the reactions of bases with oxides of metals, then also what they form, suppose zinc oxide, ZnO, zinc oxide when react with zinc oxide when react with NaOH bases, this is an oxide of metal when react with bases, it also form Na2ZnO2 plus water, means it also again form the salt and the water when oxide of metal react with the base, their byproduct also salt and the water. Aluminum oxide Al2O3 when react with the NaOH, it also form NaLO2 and the water is formed. Twice NaLO2 plus water is formed. So oxide of metal when react with bases, it also forms the salt and water. And the sixth one, that reaction of acids with carbonates and the bicarbonates of metals. What happens here in this reaction? When lime water, that is the calcium oxide, when lime water comes in contact with gas, carbon dioxide gas or any gas, from the effervescence release, okay, this effervescence if released through the gas is released, if it pass this gas through the lime water, then this lime water turns milky. This reaction is used for test of carbon dioxide. This is used to test for carbon dioxide gas. That means how it take place when carbonate CaCO3 will react with any acid. When it react with any acid, what happens? This calcium and chlorine react to form CaCl2. This carbon dioxide, from the carbon dioxide, one oxygen is react with hydrogen form H2O, and from CO3 one oxygen react with the hydrogen. So from them only CO2 is released. If this CO2 is released, carbon dioxide is, whether the gas is produced or not, that can be determined by if we pass this through the calcium line. Means if we pass it from COH to calcium hydroxide to calcium line, if we pass this carbon dioxide, then this calcium and carbon dioxide react to form CaCO3 and the water is formed. So when it pass from the lime water, in lime water, calcium carbonate particles are formed, which are white in color. White particles are formed, and that's why this solution turns milky or seen white in color. Okay. here the some reactivity of acid and bases we are studying. In next lecture we will see the salt and their types. Thank you so much.